I'm going to show you 2 really fun experiments you can do at home and are 100% safe. Okay, for this first one, you're going to need an unboiled egg and a cup and some vinegar. I just have some Heinz vinegar. And we're going to go ahead and pour in the vinegar until it's covering the egg. I've set it up so you can see this. Just until it's covering it. And we're going to let that sit for a little bit. While this is just chilling in the vinegar, let's go do the other project. I'm gonna get some warm water and also fill it most of the way full. Make sure to grab some soap as well. Okay, so you're gonna do 3 fast, small squirts of your dishwashing soap. And you're going to add your baking soda along with this mixture. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put some of your vinegar in it after you mix a little bit. Okay, now you're going to mix this concoction gently. Okay, that should be good enough. And you're going to add your vinegar. It's 10 times easier to do this if you have a measuring cup or a separate cup to pour it in. This is really fun to watch. It does make quite a bit of a mess, so. Up and over. It didn't quite work exactly as well, but again, this is one of those experiments you can do over and over again. And what you're going to want to do if you want to use the same cup, same water, everything, you're just going to dump out all the white. You can use food coloring to get more of a volcano look. Now we're going to see what happens if instead of baking soda, we use baking powder. This darker colored cup will be the baking powder, and then this lighter colored cup will be the baking soda. Got a different box because we ran out. Add some powder. You can hear it fizzling in the water already. The baking powder is already reacting to the water. That's what it naturally does. But I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. Hopefully it doesn't turn to a paste. It's well mixed in. Now we're going to go to the baking soda. Make sure it's all dissolved and there's no sitting on the bottom. Trying 4 small squirts this time instead of 3. Gently mix. Okay, now time to add the vinegar. We'll do the baking powder first. And it does react. Let's see the baking soda and see the differences. I'd say it reacts exactly the same. So if you don't have baking soda, you can use baking powder. It gives you the same reaction if you follow the same steps. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours. I think it's been like 18-ish hours. And let's go ahead and take this out. Actually, we're going to empty out the vinegar. Okay, here is a regular egg, and let's go ahead and take out our vinegar-soaked egg. It's literally squishy. I wasn't 100% sure if that was going to work. I saw it in a 5-minute crafts video. And I'm actually going to rinse off this the excess of the shell. That's all the white stuff, all the white pasty stuff. Okay, while we're waiting for the egg experiment, let's go ahead and do another one. And this one you'll also need your vinegar. There's two ways you can do this one. There's an easier way and a little bit of a harder way. We'll start with the easier way. You take your vinegar and you pour it into a cup, water bottle, anything really, just to see it. Make sure you have something to catch the experiment. This is going to get messy. So you pour it in most of the way full. And then you get some baking soda. Make sure it's soda and not powder. I actually am curious to see if baking powder reacts the same way. We'll try that in a minute. So then you take your baking soda and you dump some in. That's it. And you get cool fizzling experiment. If you do this in a water bottle, you can put a balloon on top and it will inflate the balloon. Just make sure you're only using vinegar and baking soda, because the next way will do more of an explosion. Actually, let's get that one more time. This is almost empty, by the way. It's a really cool experiment, and you'll most likely impress your friends and family if you do this. Don't drink this, but if you do smell it, it kind of smells like soda. Okay, you're going to want to rinse out your cup or bottle if you're doing both experiments in the same cup. You're going to want to get some warm water. Okay, I'm done rinsing it off. You can see all the tiny little veins in it. That's absolutely insane. Here's a regular egg. And you guys, if you don't believe me, you can try this at home. It takes a little while, but it can be done. I rinsed off all of the excess shell. But yeah, I'm really certain if I left this in here for a little longer, it would have came out like this. Don't squeeze it too hard.